Hello and welcome to one of my first episodes of Jedi Fallen Order. So this is a completed story save. I've done everything. It's about 98% done. But there's a couple of things I still want to do, which includes exploring new areas and finishing 100%ing the game. So at the moment, this save is at, I think, 98%. I am playing on PC. But you just follow me, see what I'm doing, and I'll probably end this in like 20 minutes and maybe something interesting will happen. But yeah, sit back and enjoy. So. Apparently I've missed a secret in the Imperial dig site, so I'm probably going to head there first and see if I can find it. People always say, your best bet in this game is to make sure you know how to use the block button. I always say, just force freeze them and use F. It's pretty hard in the early game to be able to use freeze and heavy attack at the same time. But when you get enough through it, it's probably what you should be doing, because blocking is so unreliable. At least I found it's unreliable on PC. Maybe it's a bit different on console or whatever. Or perhaps I'm just terrible at the game, but I've taken just to freezing people and then freezing people and then killing them with the heavy attack. So there's a secret here I need to find, and I don't know where it could possibly be, because I've been through this area a lot. When I say a lot, I mean I spent a lot of time trying to find my way through this area to get to the Venator crash, or to get to the Imperial base side as well, because every time you leave the game without being at a meditation point, it deletes all your progress since your last meditation or your last ship travel, I believe. So it's a bit awkward. There's no quick save function, which I guess is fine, because this game is supposed to be that hard, but yeah. I'm gonna be looking for the secret.
I'll annihilate you. Empire strengthens me.
Also, I'm not too worried about taking damage. I think I found about every stim pack on the map, so I'm not very concerned about it.
Might help me
Also,
out.
I finished the entire skill tree, so that's fun. This isn't the hardest setting. This isn't easiest either. It's like, I don't know if it's the second easiest or the third hardest, because there's 4 settings, and usually games go hard, then normal, then maybe easy, then recruit or something. Or some games go from you will not survive to hard to normal to easy. So I don't know how the game scales its difficulties, because they're not called hard, normal, easy. They're called Jedi Knight, Padawan, and Master, and Story Mode. I'm not sure how it scales the difficulty compared to like, other difficulties, but so far I've been having a good time with it. It's a pretty good game. It's a good game. It's not as much content as I would like. Oh, this is the review section of this, by the way. I didn't even think I could do this. I am. It's not as much content as I would like. It was amazing for about 20 hours, and then now it's not. Also, this guy hasn't noticed I'm here yet, so that's interesting. Hello. Bye bye. We'll go up to the Imperial headquarters eventually. I'll get that elevator down here. But yeah, like I was saying, the game is brilliant. It's just very, very short. Also, that was an accident. I'm just very concerned as to where I'd like to find that secret, because there is not really a lot of space left, you know? That area down there is where you have the boss fight, and I'm so very annoyed that I can't re-access it. I don't know why they've done that. I mean, you don't really need to, because you can get the temple from the elevator, but it'd be good to be able to get the temple from 2 directions. I don't know why I did that. I'm gonna go up top, see if I can find it up there. By the way, I'm not gonna have too much story detail in this, because I've completed all. I'll try to avoid saying things that relate to the story, but yes, there was a boss fight in this area. That's about all you're gonna know. All I'm gonna tell you. Just seeing if there's a high platform I've missed that I can swing to. I can't see one. I'll keep finishing off. This room is kind of annoying. I don't like this room. And I don't really need to step back, but I would like to use the force to stop this guy. Look at this. I also have the ability to hack these droids. I missed the thing for that. Also, the skill that allows me to automatically dodge while running is really, really useful, especially for when you verse the ATST at the start. There is an ATST, it's in the trailers and the first gameplays. When you fight ATSTs, or the first ATST, it's very, very good to have the walk while running thing, because of the simple fact that you can just keep running and not having to try to deflect rounds or keep them away from you. Attack this guy. Anyway, is there a crawling area that lets me crawl back into an area with a secret? Because if I find this secret, I'll probably be able to get higher life or higher force, which would be good. Yeah, sorry for the weird perspective. I'm just looking. Hi. Secret hunting on this game.
Don't fall behind.
I might be retreading territory. This is more of a chill and discuss game. You know? Chill and discuss this brilliant, very, very short game. I was kind of disappointed because a certain part of the story wasn't as quite as detailed as I'd like it to be. As you can tell from the story, the actual name of the game is Fallen Order. And it's very disappointing because there's not too much of Falling Orders. Like, it doesn't show very much of Order 66, as much as I'd love it to. It does show a couple of cool scenes where he survives, and you know, that's about it. Because I'm not going to tell you very much about it. A couple of things though, that really annoyed me, and this is also not really a spoiler. It's just it is a detail about the story, but it's a detail that nobody will notice unless you really love Star Wars. And it's the fact that the clone troopers that he and his master are assigned to before Order 66 kind of look like 327th. They're the same color, but they're not quite 327th. They're kind of like budget 327th. They have the same color and even the same sort of armor, but it's more of like a V instead of a strip, which 327th is a strip. In that was a pretty disappointing thing for me, because I would love to see one of the little known clone battalions, clone divisions get some little extra story added to them, because also I have climbing claws, so I don't know if there's a certain thing around here I have to climb using my climbing claws. Also, that kind of looks like a place I can reach, but it's not really. Yeah, but I was kind of hoping that they go into some more depth with other clone battalions, maybe, because a lot of battalions that actually don't have generals, or they have a general and we just don't know anything about them. But yeah, it would have been cool to see something like that, but not quite our luck. I haven't been over here for a while. Let's have a look what's going on over here. Ah, this might be a place where the secret could be. Is that a wall running section? I could have gone from here to there. Nope, apparently not. Now, there's another place I could probably reach. I don't know whether or not. I'm just swinging having a look, but that's secret. Oh yeah, one big thing with this game is the fact that you don't really get access to a lot of your force abilities till the very end, which is fine. That's how they made it. That's a cool way of developing your character, but it didn't really make it all too entertaining when all you could do was just walk around, and it doesn't explain to you that you can't do these things. It says it's red, which is probably a good indication of not being able to do something, but it's just not specific enough. And a lot of them, it indicates that you can't use the force on it, but it doesn't tell you what force you need for it. Luckily for me, I didn't really need to go back through and look for secrets until way later. That was a bad mistake. But I have, again, infinite stims, so it's not really too much of a problem. I've been able to make that jump before. I just don't know why I missed that. Probably because I didn't have enough lean up. But it would have been cool if they indicated different force abilities, like the different ability you needed to access this area through the different colors. Like blue could be force pull, red could be force push, green could be force stop, and it didn't really go into anything. It was just red if you couldn't access it, which is fine, but it's still quite annoying. Just because I spent a lot of time just trying to use my force pull ability to try and pull the rebel away from the force push ability areas, and vice versa. And some of the things that just looked like you could do either, but it really required one. Like it looked like, oh, I could push this with the force and it'd break open, but no, you needed pull for some reason. Also the puzzles. The puzzles are fine, but they're not quite. Again, they're not quite informative enough. I spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out one puzzle's like one part, and that's probably a bad thing on my behalf. I just didn't know what I was doing with it. But it didn't really make very much attention. And you do get hints from your robot, at least in this difficulty. I don't know if it expands all through all the difficulties. I can't go there. Wait. But the hints are so very generic. That I spent ages trying to decrypt what they actually meant, instead of using the hints that they're supposed to give me by using the hint button to solve the puzzle. Which I suppose is not too much of a bad thing. It all depends on what you can interpret, I suppose, from a lot of information they give you. This area, for example, this was a... Oh. I hacked you. Did I not hack you? Alright. This thing, for example, this was a force push. Really, it could have been a force push or a pull, I believe. But it didn't let you do either. It made you do one, which is, again, fine, but it's just, I don't really understand why. Where is that bloody secret? I'm so confused. Also, that's a texture bug right there. And the roof.
Possible anomaly.
I hacked you as well! Maybe the hack doesn't last. I've only recently got the hack ability for
Another step.
these people. Oh my god, that punch. I call them K2SOs because security droids make me think of the red droids from Star Wars Clone
Help me,
Wars.
BD.
Yes, right. Lightsabers don't stagger them. Most of the time, lightsabers stagger attacks, but for security droids, they obviously don't. Oh, yeah, that was good. I wish he aimed for the head. It would be cool to see beheaded droids everywhere. Also, I wish wreckages stayed, but they don't. And yes, this is me walking around in circles looking for secrets. Again, sorry for not too much interesting stuff, and I'm sure YouTube's just overflooded with this gear. Hello. That looks like somewhere I haven't been for a while. I'm sure YouTube's overflooded with just different people playing this game. It is the new game on, in the world. I am looking forward to Master Chief Collection. That's going to be a big thing for me. Favorite Halo game is Halo 2. I did like 4 more than more people than most people did. I think it's just because it allowed the sort of Spec Ops Spartan Ops mode. And I think that was a really cool mode to add to it. Where is the secret? There's not enough area for me to look through. Because it's literally this area that I'm in now is the only place I can go to. There's nothing else on this map as part of this area. I am so very confused. And there's not enough places to hide things. Also, I'm gonna put this out. This map is the most confusing shit I have ever seen, and I am so happy that I've discovered everything. Because this map makes no sense. It does, but it doesn't. It's just so for this, it kind of looks like you can make it to Imperial headquarters from here because it's just such a close area to it, and you can. But there's only one way in, and it's that passage there, which is fine. But it kind of makes it look like this little shimmy pipe allows you to access this same area here in Imperial headquarters. Everything's just so tightly packed together. I wish it was more separated. So you know how there's levels? I'm going down and up levels. I wish levels appeared only when you went up and down, and there was more information about each level. So level 1 has all of whatever's on level 1 you can look at, instead of having to guess which level it's on. So level 1 has everything on level 1, and nothing else below it or above it is visible. And perhaps level 2s and level 3s are the same, and connections between levels are marked with I don't know, available signs or just different marks just to tell you which is which and where how to get to where. What else? Dumb map, short story. Oh yes, while I'm here, and while I'm actually pretty close to the area, actually no, I'm not, there's a weird texture bug where you can just walk inside a wall. I don't really know how it happened. It's not, this is the main world, by the way. This is I think this is the biggest world on the entire game. Like, this is where you spend most of your time. So you think that they make this place perfect, but it's just, there's a lot of bugs that kind of annoy me. Texture bugs, not individual, like not massive texture bugs for like the entire game will just shit itself. More like the individual textures that look solid won't be solid, and stuff that looks like you can walk through it isn't like possible. And that obviously that wall I just talked about then. I didn't. This is all unscripted. That's why I'm saying 80% of the time. So I apologize for that. You know what? I'm not going to be able to find it. Not today, maybe not ever. I just
falling behind.
Nowhere to find it. There's nowhere it could possibly be. Because there's not enough space to hide a secret. I might Google it. I'll get to this meditation spot and then I'll end the video. Let's rest. Thanks for joining me in my ramble / exploration / secret hunt video. Summarizing my review / whatever. The game and the pros is good looking, great story, which is a flip side to short story. Great characters. And it covers one of my favorite parts of Star Wars lore, which is the Clone Wars. It covers that quite well. On the negative side, shorter story, which is the other side of that. Confusing maps, bugs, lots of bugs in the biggest part of the game, and I don't know what else. The bugs quite annoy me, and the map quite annoys me. I think the negatives and the positives sort of like balance each other out though. But I will keep playing it because I want to try and 100% it. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the quite mixed up video. I just did this out of nowhere. I didn't really plan anything. I'll catch you laters, and goodbye.